Hi there, Massy here, coach, strategist, author and educator. And welcome to this episode of the Life Masterclass podcast series coming to you all the way from beautiful Bali. And when I say beautiful Bali, I mean sort of grey and wet, but it's a gorgeous day, nice and cool. You might hear the sound of the rain pitter-pattering in the background there. So welcome to this podcast, and I'm actually on holidays at the moment, but I decided it might be interesting for me to do a podcast coming up to the end of 2021 and talk about what my perspective is on how 2022 can unfold for us. And I've got the idea and I've got a sense of what it might look like, but I really do think there's certain things that we need to do in order to get the most out of it. So, and this has been a lot of the work with the program I started working on last year, this Become a Natural SuperHuman. So as I've dived into that and I ran the workshop over November, December this year, I got a better sense about what is it that we're being called forth to be and become over the coming years. And this last couple of years, 2021, have been, pretty crappers and that sort of thing. But as I look back on those and look at what am I most grateful for about that, I truly am grateful for, some of the mess and messiness and disruption and corruption that's occurred over the last sort of 18 plus months. Because what it's made me realize, and this is, I think, for all of us, what's beneficial about this last 18 months, we've got clear about what's important to us. What we truly need, as we've had less opportunities to go to the shopping centre and buy stuff that we don't need, we've probably got a better sense of, okay, living in this house that I live in, what do I truly need? Maybe you've been able to reduce your outcome or your expenses because you've got less money coming in, so you've been a little bit more conscious about how you're spending stuff. And anything where we become more conscious takes our consciousness up, makes us more aware and more a part of this environment that's happening around us, a little bit more attuned to our part and our place and our relationship with this thing called Mother Earth. So I think that's a beautiful thing as well. The other thing for me is I've seen how broken some systems are. And I always knew, I've known for a long time, a couple of decades, that the food system was broken and this food pyramids and all of this stuff around food, the production of food, the mass production of food, monoculture, mass farming, all of that stuff I knew was pretty broken. And I've become clear and clear about the impact of that broken system, on the planet we live in. So again, I get to see these broken things. I get to see, I think the education system is pretty broken in parts. Government and politicking completely broken, all over the place, flip-flopping. The health system broken. So I think a lot of these things have come to the surface, and we've got to really see some truth about, what is it that is actually doing for me, providing for me? If I'm paying taxes into this thing, what am I actually getting back for that? And how are you using this? How effective? Who's making decisions and how are they making decisions? And is there any logical process with that? So again, got to see all of these things. So I think, again, it's been fantastic for this last couple of years, to see all these things as they're working and realize I need to take back a bunch more control of myself. I need to take back, how I'm deciding what food to put in my body, how I'm deciding how my food is produced, deciding on what I'm spending my money on, who I'm giving money to, because, that money I'm giving to someone, that might, be going into the wrong places, into the wrong hands. So I become more conscious of that. So there's this consciousness increasing over the course of this last couple of years. So I think that's got us into a great place. And the idea of, I've been teaching now for a while, and that's this idea of this Become a Natural SuperHuman, is realizing how powerful we are and realizing, how many messages we've got from different sources saying, oh, you're not strong enough, you need me to support you. You don't know this, you need me to make it up for you. Oh, I'm not going to leave you to that, I need to do this for you, whether it's governments, whether it's schools, whether it's employers, whether it's marketing systems. We become aware of all of these things and we start to realize, no, thank you for telling me I'm broken and I need your help and there's all these things wrong with me. But as I check back in myself, I realize once I start, stirring up the power within myself and start moving myself and thinking and emoting in different ways, I'm a hell of a lot more powerful than you've led me to believe. So screw you, bugger off. I'm going to bring things back to myself. That's where I think we've got to. So from that sort of place, from that launch pad, from that stepping stone, that's where I see us stepping into a pretty powerful and potent 2022. Now I might be raising my voice now because I'm getting excited about this. Also the rain's getting a little bit heavier, but mostly because I'm excited about this. What I think is there's this huge potential in 2022 as those systems are broken and as we've got this creative energy flowing through us, which we've always had. It's being drawn forth from us. We're being asked to be more creative. Hey, if these systems are broken, this thing's broken over here, what can we create that's going to replace that and make that redundant? And that's what I think, life is drawing from us. It's drawing from us the creative spark that exists within all of us and has been there always. So it's sort of pulling that from us. So as a result of that, I think this is creating this stirring of creativity. And I believe at an energetic level around the globe, there's this powerful, potent, creative energy. And you might hear this if you listen to astrologers and astronomers and clairvoyants and channels and all of that, talking about this, this potent energy increasing the speed that we can manifest things. So I truly believe 2022 is a huge opportunity to create things. But here's my caveat. Here's what I believe. The Carl Massy view, and it might be shared by a number of other people. We're being drawn forth to be these, creative geniuses that we were born to be. That's our birthright. That's our sovereign right as human beings on the planet at this point in time. But what I think is our creative flame just, goes supernova when we actually align with our soul's purpose. When we really integrate with, this is the reason that I'm here on planet Earth. And if we do that in a way that this is the reason I'm here, in a way of full service. So it's like, and I'm doing this in a way that it's actually making the world a better place. I'm consciously aware of the impact of what I'm doing, and I really want to make this good for people, good for me, good for others, and good for the greater good, and bringing that. And then when all of those merge together, I think that's when, you get the opportunity to be the most creative, most powerful, most potent, most, manifesting crazy supernova that you've ever been in your life. And, I have, certain spiritual beliefs, I have certain worldviews and that sort of thing, and I truly do think it makes sense for me that maybe I chose to incarnate, to be born, to be birthed into this particular point in time, because there was something for me to do. I feel like being called. And I was listening to a great clairvoyant the other day, or great channel, Lee Harris, and he does this energy update, and he talked about a couple of questions to ponder, to journal about. And the first one was, what am I grateful for in 2021? Awesome question. I realized for me it caused me to create a new program, a new way to teach people how to increase their resilience and vitality and vibrancy and stability and creativity and all that sort of stuff. So it caused me to create something that was more relevant. I'm like, thank you for bringing me into, creating something relevant as opposed to, keep doing what I've always done. I love the idea of growth and evolution, and it was serving that purpose. So 2021 caused me to go in this evolutionary process. So thank you. The second question was, what am I calling into me for 2022? Like, what am I drawing into myself? What am I bringing in more of into myself to be expressed in 2022? And it might be something like more courage, more tenacity, more creativity, more awe, more wonder, more presence, more conscious, whatever it is. Like, what am I drawing in this 2022 that's going to serve me, serve others, and serve the greater good? And again, a beautiful, beautiful question. For me, it's like drawing in more of a voice, like more desire and passion to serve as many people as possible, to support them on this pathway, to become more community minded. You know, I tend to spend a bunch of time by myself, but, you know, calling forward like collaborations and coming together with people and getting together and say, how can we make the world a more awesome place if there's all these broken, stupid systems over here? You know, how can we create something that really is inspiring, that draws us, that draws out the best of ourselves, that brings out the best of ourselves and brings us together in a way of service and support and community and connection. Like, we're living in a period, and certainly the last couple of years have highlighted, of complete disconnection. Disconnection from other people, disconnection from our hearts, disconnection from our heart-to-heart connections with other people. And, you know, whether there's nefarious, you know, bad actors and bad players around the world trying to separate us, so we become more isolated, so we become more dependent on someone else, and we get out of the idea of realizing how powerful we are. When we connect with ourselves and the power within ourselves and connect with others that are stirring that same power, it's a whole bunch of supernovas coming together, you know, lighting up the sky in this, you know, this wonderful dance of colors. So I think that's the possibility for 2022. So that's what I wanted to, you know, let you know. Yes, I think there's huge potential in 2022, but I think you need to really get clear of, you know, what's the birthing of this in my own personal way. As I acknowledge that I'm more powerful than I've been led to believe, what is the greatest way that I can serve humanity? What's the greatest way I can serve others around us? What's the greatest way I can serve appreciation for being placed here at this particular time in this, you know, magnificent, magical body of mine? You know, how can I really, truly honor that in a sacred way? So again, like creativity, but doing it in a sacred way that's aligned with your soul's purpose. That's where I think you start building up this, you know, this flame and this supernova. And when I think you start sort of creating and manifesting at a whole new level that you've never done before. So dig deep, go deeper, try and understand, what is it I'm here for? What is it that I love to do? What is it easy for me to do? How can I step into the thing that scares me a little bit? What have I been holding myself back from? What do I need to step into? What do I need to lean into? Maybe have that conversation with someone outside of you. Find find someone like me and have that conversation with someone outside of you to see if they can help see what you're not seeing. You know, see what's in your periphery. And I love doing that, working with people, helping them through that particular thing. So again, find someone like me that allows you to see a different perspective and allows you to sort of break through some of that stuff you've been told and taught and you've bought into, that you're not as powerful as you truly are. You are a creative genius. You are a powerful being. You're an amazing human being with, you know, such, you know, a level of intelligence that's happening, such an opportunity for wisdom to sort of flow out of every pore of your being. So know that that exists within you. And like I said, reach out to me if you want a hand with any of that. And I just want you to know too that in March this year, 2022, I'll be doing the Become a Natural Superhuman again. So an opportunity to come together in that community and start building up that skills. And what I'm really trying to do in that workshop of 5 weeks is create a stable, calm platform and stir this creative juice. So from that, from a place of stability, you get really clear about what it is you want. You've stirred that creative juice. You've empowered yourself. You become this warrior of light. And then you've got the power to, you know, recreate the world in the way that you want to see it. And that's what I think we have the potential to do when we do it together. So if that's something that interests you, again, just check out, jump on my website, homepage, take you to the links there to find out more about it. But I really think there's some huge opportunity for 2022, and I see it very clearly for myself and for others, for everyone that I work with, and everyone that I see in this world with their eyes wide open. So on that note, have an absolutely fantastic day. Have a beautiful transition into this new year we're calling 2022. Know that you are so much more powerful than you've been led to believe. And if you want a helping hand, don't hesitate to reach out. So wherever you are on this beautiful, incredible, gorgeous, amazing, miraculous planet of ours, have an absolutely fantastic day and take care.